Yeah?
Got people driving by and they looking
fine.
looking like we're crazy.
Am I supposed to say something?
You're Brian.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, let's just wait for the cars to go by though, because it's gonna get...
It's fine. Okay, ready?
I am Brian.
I am Carolyn, and this is Greenland, Michigan. In 1843, 5 years before the California Gold Rush, the first mineral rush of the United States happened, and it was right up here. Thousands of prospectors came hoping to strike it rich with copper. In fact, they call this whole area kind of Copper County. It is the site of the world's largest lava flow, which actually creates the only place in the world where there is 100% pure copper. And actually Native Americans, without, if you think about the tools that Native Americans had, they actually mined for copper here. It's the only site in the world that they actually have that evidence that they did that. So today we are going to tour a copper mine. We're going to get up all in it. I'm excited.
Yep.
Yeah, how do you put the lights down?
Don't worry about me.
Okay, perfect.
Here we go this way?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
It's about the same amount.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, you're all set.
It's kind of cool.
It's a little bit of a bumpy start.
God.
Now we're getting a roller coaster.
To the left, there's the fence. That's shaft number 1. Goes down 700 feet to 7 different levels. Notice how it goes down at that 45-degree angle. The angle the lava flows. You've had 2 parallel tracks running up the shaft. As one skip was going up, the other acted as a counterweight going down. Our mine had 5 shafts. The first 4 followed that angle down. The last one was sunk vertically in a last-ditch attempt to find copper deep below the surface. But once they hit 1,500 feet down, they didn't find anything. And as a reminder, turning on your lights, you're going to press the left button once. So with that, we can get started.
So we'll just have to go ahead.
So we're walking through what's known as an adit right here. The difference between an adit and a shaft is an adit is a horizontal entrance to a mine, while a shaft is an angled or vertical one. Usually adits were used for ventilation for drainage, but in the case of our mine, it was used as
Sounds like it.
to the first level.
Go ahead. What if it's like that tunnel? I'm gonna get my Can you hold it so I can get my sweatshirt? Let's go. You can literally hear you around.
Just about, yep.
Yeah, you can feel it from out here.
Sometimes changes right by the entrance as it's bringing air in. But in the winter, we also board up it, so otherwise you'd have a huge wall of ice right here.
Sam, watch out for the mud.
Unlike a cave, none of this is natural. None of this is the miner would have found all our people. The miners, the way they mine here is they drilled multiple holes into the rock, they filled it with explosives, and blasted it, and then dug out that rubble. I've been on I think a probably 20-day streak now without losing anyone. So please don't struggle too far behind. More paperwork for myself.
I like this guy.
So there are 2 different kinds of miners down here. You had your contracted miners. They were paid about your $1 per day. And they were the ones mining the tunnels because they were more experienced. Then you had tribute miners. Less experienced. They were the ones mining the stopes. They were paid solely on the amounts of copper they were moving from the mine. They weren't paid to move poor rock. That's rock without any copper in it. So instead of spending all their time taking that poor rock out of the mine, they would pile it up on these tribute walls, like this one right here. They came across a vein full of silver. So like any rational person, they decided to keep that silver for themselves. That's because a piece the size of their thumb was a month's worth of wages.
Wow.
Now they filled up their lunch pails as much as they could. Before they left, they built one of their tribute walls in front of that vein. When they came back the next day though, to high-grade more silver, they could never find the wall again. Somewhere in the mine, there's a vein of silver waiting to be found. Well, I may or may not have just made up that story, but there's some truth to it. Silver was found down here, but it's actually one of the few impurities of the copper that made it a better conductor of electricity. But you could find solid nuggets of just silver as well. Like I said before, our copper was the purest in the world. We were the standard. So much so, we were considered over 100% pure. This section of tunnel right here, you'll notice the wood in the ground.
110.
Those are the original rail ties.
How could it be over 100?
Did you hear me more? I said I'm 110%. Really bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of copper out west there, Nevada, Utah. But we have two main species down here. We have the little brown bat and the big brown bat. But I did see one the other day, so keep your eyes peeled.
They don't like light, right? I saw a huge bug flying around. Yeah, I saw like a big moth. Oh, no, I saw one.
And not move around, and go ahead and turn off your headlamps. If you need help, ask the person next to you.
Is mine off?
Yeah, you turn the yellow light on. You can turn the wrong side, you the left side.
Sorry.
Here, need help? There we go. Alright, don't look directly at the candle. Look around us instead. Your eyes will adjust a little bit better. Now, this is all the light that the early miners had. Now, the deepest mines in the world today, they're in South Africa, go down 2.5 miles deep. Temperature down there is 150 degrees. Wow. You have to pack the walls with insulation and concrete and pump in slurry ice to keep it cool.
Why is that mean? Because it's weird.
But the miners like me, they would like working in the mine, drilling this direction, which means exits that way, where we walked in. But behind me, they flipped. The miners were drilling this way, so there's an exit back here. What's even cooler is that means you had two teams of miners. Deep underground, they were able to connect these tunnels. They didn't have fancy equipment or computers or calculations to make these tunnels connect. They would have used pegs hanging on the walls with string attached to each. That's how they surveyed down there.
Wow.
String and wood. But it was so good, they were only about a foot apart.
Amazing.
That is cool.
Oh man, I won't.
This heart is really low.
Largest piece ever found in the region was at their nearby Minnesota mine. It was the size of a Greyhound bus.
Whoa.
Over 1 million pounds of copper in one piece. Took about 10 years to remove. You might think the mine companies love these large pieces, but they didn't. It took such a long time to remove them. Remember, you can't cut it or explode it apart very easily. You sat there with a chisel and a hammer, slowly scraping it away. Cardboard, thick pieces, maybe about that big. 1 million pounds of that.
Wow.
So it took a long time. That's why they don't mine here. It's very, very localized. We walk through just tunnels with no big openings, and all of a sudden you have 1 million pound piece. So you have to have a consistent amount of copper coming out of the mine in order to be profitable. Adventure mine is thought to be one of the most promising in the region. but she never turned a profit.
Oh.
Okay.
Ready? That was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it.
I would highly recommend that. That was a really, really cool tour. It was really fun, really informative, and the tour guide was awesome.
Yeah, Jacob, he was great.
Jacob was
good
awesome.
Tour guide,
Jacob,
funny, a
yeah,
lot of good information. It was interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So join us on this adventure. We're going to be visiting all of the lower 48 states while full-time RV living. Like, subscribe. Oh, there's a bee. Videos will come out every Wednesday and Saturday. We are starving.
Yes.
So kind of in this area, it seems like there's like a ton of little lakeside hunting areas, and each one has its own kind of like dive bar thing. So we're gonna go try to just find one, either lakeside or in a cute little town, and go get some lunch. Bar food sounds good.
Yep.
So cute. Just don't worry about it, okay?
Sun is
Yeah, blinding.
blinding. You want to turn?
No, it's fine. So I think we already said this, but we're starving. So
Hungry.
yeah, we're very hungry. So what's cool, so like little taverns and bars are kind of like an upper Michigan staple, and they're busy all year round because this whole area is awesome for snowboarding. Actually, this whole area averages 250 inches of snow a year because of the way Lake Superior lake effect snow is. And if you could put that in contrast to Duluth, only gets 78 inches. So if you think about that, that's pretty crazy to think about. I think you could turn that into a drinking game. All right, so we're going to check out one of these little taverns. It's really cute. It's really beautiful. It's like on this beautiful lake.
Yep.
Oh, they just turned on the music. So they know we're here. Let's play the ball. Yeah. Really cool.
Oh, that's interesting. Right. Big. Juicy. It looks good. It was hidden. It was good. Really good.
So this is like the coolest, cutest little spot of all time. If Doug Lovin is watching, Doug, this is a bar for you.
We're gonna have to sit up at the bar, have a beer, because you can look right out on the lake. The food was great.
Yeah, French fries are vegan, by the way, if you're vegan like me, so that was delicious.
What was our guy's?
Dave.
Dave.
Dave, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, he was so nice.
Yeah, but these like little, and he actually said he came down here from Iowa.
Or came up here from Iowa.
Came up here from Iowa, because he was a big snowmobiler, so really cool little spot. So, like,
subscribe.
see you down the road.